guys, and welcome back to another video. So I've done a video kind of like this before. I think it was in January with my must-have mods, which I'll link down below if anybody's interested, because I get questions on what mods I use and especially a lot on what CC I use. So I thought I never was going to make this video because on my Tumblr I've had my mods folder with things that I use linked, although people are more interested in like the blushes that I use or like, I don't know. Actually, I think if anything, the most asked question is what blush I use, because I use several different ones and I'll go through them in this video. The only thing is I don't know if one of them I'll be able to find because I did download it back in 2015, 14, something like that. I can't remember exactly when I downloaded it. But if I can't find it, then I apologize, but I'll try my best to see if I can figure it out through Sims 4 Tray Importer, but if not, then I apologize. But if anything, that one is one of my most used ones. So right now, I have just my sim, like a blank canvas. The one thing I wanted to mention is one thing that I use is this pucker up default lips thing, which I can't really show the differences of what it looks like because it's a default thing. So that's also linked there. I'm just going to mention things. I'm going to link you guys to my Tumblr so you guys can download the things that you guys want. But let me go ahead and get into more things. So another default thing that I have is a default skin. So I use Silky Smooth Skin. That's pretty much it. There's not really that huge of a difference. It just doesn't look super like EA, you know? And I don't really necessarily just strictly use that. I use like overlays and other stuff like that on top of my Sims because I'm just CC crazy and I put so much on my Sims. So let's move on to skin details. So a lot of the time that what I use is I use these, which are, I can't remember the person's name. I want to say like Hue CC or something like that. But these I love using because it just changes the face, the lips. It looks really cool. I don't know. I love using these, especially because sometimes it makes the face look softer. I also use this on occasion. Changes up the face and everything. This one actually uses, well, this third one uses stuff from this, like the shine on the nose. What else do I use? Obviously eyelashes. Eyelashes have always been linked. People still ask me what eyelashes I use or where they can get them, so I'll just have everything down for you guys down below. Another skin that I used to use a lot more. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I used to use the skin all the time. I still use it here and there, but I just absolutely love this skin. I don't use these last two. I mainly just use the first one. Another skin I use is Night. I don't use it that often. There's also this blush, which I don't know if I'll be able to find, but I'll try my best because I also downloaded this a while ago. But if I don't, then I'm sorry. A blush that I've been using a lot recently, it's pretty much on almost all my Sims now, is this one. I found it and I fell in love because it gives you blush pretty much everywhere. You get it a little bit on your chest. You have it here around your nose. Some people might not like it, but to me, I just absolutely love it in combination with another blush that I use, which is the one that I probably won't be able to find. But you get it on your stomach, the fingertips. I believe you get it on your knees as well. I might just take off her clothes for now just so that you guys can see. In the creases here, your elbow. You get some on a little bit below your tush. But I don't know. I really do love that a lot. I don't know. I just really like my Sims to be very blushed up, I guess you could say. These nose masks I use a whole lot. I don't believe I have these linked, but I will. So they just change up the nose a little bit. I know there's probably some other ones out there, but these are the ones that I use. So yeah, those are those. Before I move on off of eyelashes, I wanted to say that when you go to the website, you can download eyelashes for skin overlay and for accessories. And I know I get a lot of questions sometimes asking me how I have my Sims wear glasses and eyelashes. What I do is I go in here and I give them the eyelashes, right? So it'll probably, the only thing about this is it might mess up with some of the other things that you have put on them, which is the only thing that sucks. But you have two different versions. So you have one that goes like this is a forehead, and then there's one that's lower, which is like the mouth or something. I don't know. So you could get rid of like these ones, for example. So that's what you would do, is you would do that, and then you'd come over to your glasses and just give her a pair of any kind of glasses, really, and then you can have eyelashes and glasses. I remember for the longest time I had no idea how to do it. I had to figure it out on my own because I googled it, I searched it everywhere, and nobody was saying how they did it or how you could do it, which bothered me, but I figured it out. So that's that. Now moving on to makeup. I think makeup is the other really big part. So I don't really use eyeshadow all that much. The only eyeshadow that I really typically use, if any, is this cat plant one, which is very simple and basic. I don't know, I just don't really mess around too much with eyeshadow. So that's pretty much the only one that you really would see me using. I occasionally move on to this one if I'm doing like a party look or formal or something, but for the most part I stick to these very neutral shades. Eyeliner, my most used eyeliner is definitely this one, which I believe is also cat plant. Yeah, glitches a little bit here, but I'm not too bothered, especially when I'm playing in-game. It's not all too noticeable. And then another set of eyeliner that I use is definitely this one. There's just different variations of it. See, the only problem with the blush is that it does that. If it doesn't bother you, then I would say just go for it. It doesn't really show up all that much in screenshots, I don't think. At least not for me. So, and you get different variations here, but I can't go lower because it just won't let me. So that's for the eyeliner. Alright, now moving on to cheeks, the most asked one, I would say. So, basically there's this one blush set that I use mainly for my Sims. I'm going to go ahead and take off this blush first because I don't want to overlay too many blushes on top. So let me go ahead and take that off real quick. But if we head over into the blush section, we have this one, which is, I believe it's also for toddlers since there is a toddler picture. This is also the one that I use for toddlers. There's another one that I use for them, which I will show you guys because you might ask for that, so I might as well just throw it all in this video. So this one, I believe this one gives you blush everywhere as well. Yeah, so you get it on your knees, the back of your knees, elbows, fingertips. And I believe it's also on your toes too. Yeah, it's also on your toes. So you get it pretty much everywhere, and I don't know, I love it. That's what I use. Y'all always ask me, so I'm sharing. And I'd rather just have one video where you guys can just click on it, go to it, and have everything rather than me having to answer 500 people. Maybe not 500, but like I get a lot of questions asking, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I know you guys want to know. I'll tell you guys soon. I've just been waiting to make this video. This is the blush, this X. It used to have a picture and now the picture is gone. I don't know what happened to it. So it's just an X now. But this is the blush that I think is one of my most used. I like overlay this, oh not that one. I overlay this on a lot of other blushes. So like I'll do this with this, for example, and that may seem a lot of blush, but I like really like that. I like the look of a lot of blush, so I don't know. You might not, but you know, it's personal preference, and you also have 3 different settings on this, so it just really is a nice one. If I can't find this, I really am sorry, but this I downloaded a long time ago. I'll try my best to find you guys a link, but if I don't, then I sincerely apologize. So yeah, that is for that pretty much. And I guess I might as well just go in and show you guys the lips that I use. So this is the one that I use for gloss. I don't always use this. I use this a little bit more often. I would say like around last year, earlier last year. Even sometime, no, maybe like, yeah, I used this more last year than I do now. I typically go for these like more neutral, like kind of like light shine on them. This is also from, I think, Hue CC. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but it's from them, and they have another version here which I absolutely love. And then I use these monochromatic ones too, occasionally. I feel like I've been just gravitating more towards these, but that is pretty much the stuff that I mainly use. Oh yeah, one big thing, contacts. So I get questions about this all the time as well. Contacts, so for my default ones, I use these, which I believe they're meteor eyes or something. I just really like the look of them, but for my contacts other than these that I use, it's these ones by Nessa Sims. These are the ones that my my Not So Berry Sims wear. So like the yellow is what Sunny is wearing in my series right now. And then we have the mint ones. So they may look a little funky, but I don't know, I do like them a lot. I just feel like they suit my Sims. It looks a little scary on her. I don't know if it's just how tiny the iris looks or what. I don't know. But yeah, those are pretty much everything. Other than that though, let's go ahead and change her into a toddler real quick so I can show you guys the blush that I use for, oh my god, that is not a cutie. Okay, anyway, so this doesn't even look like, well, let me quickly change the hair because it's gonna bother me. Alright, so another blush for kids that I use is this one. So this is the one that I showed you guys, but this is the other one. This is more so similar to the one that I use for my adult Sims with the X that I showed, with the red X. So that is, I'm pretty sure if I find this, I might be able to find the other one. So let's cross our fingers and hope. But I think that's pretty much it for my most used CC. I don't think there's any other ones really. I'm trying to remember. Oh my god, what happened? There we go, that's better. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything that I'm missing. But like I obviously have like a lot of custom content, but I don't use all of it. But other than that, I'm gonna have a link down to my Tumblr to the mods folder section so you guys can go ahead and get what you want from it. I'm not going into like hair and clothing pieces because I feel like that is a little bit harder for me because I don't feel like I use one specific hair all the time and one specific shirt or pants, you know? I feel like that's a little bit more difficult, but I went more for the features and stuff that I use on a regular basis when I make my Sims, kind of like the things that I go to, the things that are like my holy grail in a way, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this reduces the amount of questions I get about my CC that I use and everything. So I hope this helped you guys out, and I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye guys.